This is IPhoneDevTips here, and I'm here with a new tutorial for you guys. And I really apologize because it's been a really long time since I made a tutorial. And yeah, again, I'm really sorry for that because I was really busy working on a project with my friend, and it's a new app for iOS and Android, so it's still not finished, but I'll soon give you an update about the app and reveal what app it is once we have published it to the App Store, published on the App Store. So yeah, let's get back to this tutorial. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a Snapchat kind of scrolling view. So let's open Xcode and I'll show you what it is. So this was the project, this was a test project, and I'm just going to run this. And it should be here. I'll just wait for a second. So this is it, and this is the app that we're going to make. So this is the Snapchat kind of scroll view kind of like stuff. So if you scroll, you have colors, different colors, and these are completely three different views. So I'm just going to teach you how to do this kind of effect, or rather scroll view. I'm going to teach you how to incorporate this kind of like thing into your own app. So let's begin. So I'm going to start by creating a new project, and then yeah, it's going to be a single view application. The product name, I'll just call it as UI scroll view test, maybe. Yeah. Language Swift, and device is iPhone, and make sure included unit test and include UI test is checked. Then click next, and I'm just gonna let mine live on the desktop, and click on these. I don't know what's these for. Yeah. So here we are. So I'm gonna run this on an iPhone 5s. You could just preferably choose any simulator that you want, or yeah, as you know, this yeah, I just forgot to tell you that I'm using Xcode 7.0.1. So this is a stable build version, so it's not a beta version. This is 7.0.1, so you could get this from the App Store right now. And yeah, this has Swift 2, so this is a completely new tutorial on the newly updated Swift language, Swift 2. So yeah, let's begin. So change this to iPhone 5s. You could preferably choose any of your own simulator, and since Xcode 7 allows you to run your apps on a real device without the actual need of a developer account. So there's going to be a separate tutorial in which I'm going to be teaching you how to do so. But yeah, in today's tutorial, I'm just gonna simply use a simulator. Then what I'm going to do is go to the main.storyboard. Okay. Just gonna click on here, main.storyboard, and in here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change the or rather, I'm gonna go down here and search for scroll view. All right. So let's see where it is. Here it is, scroll view. So I'm just gonna take the scroll view. All right, and I'm gonna make sure that this actually takes up the entire screen, fills up the entire screen. Cool, that's nice. So I'm going to do that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here to open the system editor. I'm going to click over here. Let's just wait for a second. I don't know why this is loading. um, Alright, let's wait. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to click over here on the scroll view, press Control and drag it over here just about the override function view did load, and I'm going to create an outlet actually. So make sure the connection's outlet, and I'm going to name it, let's just simply say scroll view, simple. Alright, and just create that, and that's all that it is. Then what I'm gonna do is change a couple of settings over here. So I'm gonna click on scroll view, open the attributes inspector, let all the settings be the same except you want to uncheck both of these. Okay, and make sure this is enabled. So this is going to be enabled by default, so if it isn't, just in case, just enable it, and this option is totally up to you. If you want to make, the scroll view bouncy, you can enable this, or you might not. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just gonna leave it on. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna create a new file. Okay, I'm gonna create a Cocoa Touch class file, and now the subclass should be UI view controller, and I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna create a view controller actually, so I'm gonna name the view controller 1, and make sure that also create nib file is enabled, and the nib file should be for an iPhone. All right. So make sure iPhone is selected and not iPad, and the language Swift. And I'm gonna click next, and I'm gonna click create. So in the same way, I'm going to create 2 more view controllers. So Cocoa Touch class, view controller 2, UI view controller subclass. Also create a nib file, iPhone, language Swift, and create. And again, one more time for the third one. So yeah, view controller 3, UI view controller. Also create a nib file, iPhone, language Swift, and click create. Nice and clean. Now I'm going to go here into viewcontroller1.nib file, okay, and in here I'm going to do nothing except I'm just going to change the background color to maybe red. You could choose any of your own color, and then go to viewcontroller2.nib file, and again change the viewcontroller's background color to maybe blue, and go to viewcontroller3.nib file and change the color to maybe orange. Yeah, that's nice. That's all it is. That's all that you needed to do for the nib files. Now go back to viewcontroller.swift and let's start coding. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to comment something. I'm going to say initialize VC, or rather initialize viewcontroller1. Okay. So let's begin. So I'm going to begin by having a let statement, and I'm going to call this VC1 equals to view controller 1, and then in here I'm going to say nib name colon comma bundle colon nil. So and yeah, let's fill the nib name. It's going to be view controller 1. Sorry. So yeah, what I did here is I created a constant, named it VC1, and that equals to view controller 1. So I'm just creating an instance for our view controller 1, and in here I have added in 2 properties. So one is going to be the nib name. The nib name is the name of the nib file that is assigned with the particular view controller. So for view controller 1.swift, the nib name, or the file, the name of the nib file is view controller 1.nib. So I'm just gonna go here and type in exactly what the name of the nib file is. So view controller 1, and you don't need to add the .nib extension. You just need to add the exact name of the nib file, and then the bundle is going to equal to nil. And then I'm going to type in self dot just a second, did move to parent view controller, and this is going to be VC1. So I'm just saying that this sentence is pretty pretty self-explanatory. Just move this view controller instance of this to my view controller, and then I just say self dot scroll view dot add subview, and the subview is going to be VC1 dot view. So I just added a subview for the scroll view, and it's going to be the VC1 view controller 1 dot view, and then I'm going to say VC1 dot did move to parent view, or rather did move to parent view controller, and that's going to be self. I think it's a little bit different over here. Self dot add child view controller. Yeah, that's a child view controller. I'm really sorry. So it's going to be self.add child view controller, and that's going to be this view controller, one, and then I'm going to add a subview for the scroll view, and that's going to be the vc1.view. And then vc1, I'm gonna say did move to parent view controller self. So here I initialize the first view controller. I'm gonna do the same for the second one. Initialize view controller 2. So again, create a constant vc2 equals view controller 2, open brackets, nib name of the nib file. Again, you don't need to add the the nib extension, bundle. No. Now this time I'm going to create a variable, call it as frame1 equals to vc2.view.frame. Alright, so it's pretty simple. All I'm doing right here is I'm creating a variable named frame1, and I'm going to say that this variable frame1 equals to the view.frame of vc2, that is view controller 2. Then I'm going to say frame1.origin.x equals to self.view.frame.size.width. Okay, and then I'm going to say vc2.view.frame equals frame1. So again, I created a variable naming frame1, and that equals to the view.frame of vc2. Then I'm going to set the origin, the x origin of frame1 equal to the view.frame.size.width of the view controller itself. And then I'm just going to just inverse this code, that is vc2 view.frame equals frame1. That is all that it is. And then again, I'm just going to say self.add child view controller vc2, then self dot scroll view and I'm going to add the subview vc2.view, then vc2 dot did move to parent view controller self. And again, I'm going to do the same thing for the third one. 3. Let's just make some white space over here. It's just too messed up all in one area. So yeah. So I'm just going to copy this code. I'm just too lazy to. Oh, sorry. Copy, paste it. Just change the name to view controller 3. Nib file to 3. So this is frame2 vc3 frame2. And in this time, I'm going to say frame2.origin.x is equal to the view.frame.size.width multiplied 2. Okay, and then the rest is still the same. Frame2 is equal to vc3 3 3 and 3. Alright, that it is. And then I just need to write one last code. The self.scrollView.content size equals cg size make, and then say self.view.frame.size.width multiplied 3 times self.view.frame.size.height minus 66. So these are values that I got from the Snapchat forum about how they actually made the kind of scrollable Snapchat like thing that I showed you just a couple of minutes ago. And yeah, so these values I found again in the Snapchat forum. So if you want any detail about making copying some features of Snapchat, you could check out the Snapchat forum out there on the internet. And yeah, and why multiply by 3? Because as you know, we have 2 view controllers, 3 view controllers in fact. So for scrolling you need, it's 2 times the third one. I don't think I'll be able to tell this in words, but since there are 3 view controllers, so see, the first one is going to be the one that's going to display when you run the app. The second one is going to be the one when you scroll, and the third one is going to be the one when you scroll twice. So when you have the content size, you want to make sure there's still some space or room left on the right side. So all I'm saying that the content size is equal to 3 times the size or 3 times the width of the view controller. That is all it is to it. This, and so basically, if you have any doubt regarding this, so please feel free to post it this video's comments below. Sorry, or you could just mail me out, and I'll hit you up back with an answer. So yeah, let's run this and just check out if it works, and if it doesn't, we'll spot the error and correct it right now, baby. So just waiting for this to run. Alright, let's go. Come on. It says compiling 2 of 3 nib files. Alright, it's done. Sorry again, I'm having a bit of cough lately. And yeah, it's again back there compiling asset catalogs. What the hell? Why is it taking too long? I think today's day is not so lucky for me. Alright, it just worked out. So here it is. Just wait for this, and yeah, let's just wait for this. Here it is, guys. So if I scroll, you have this. If I scroll again, you don't have this. I'm sorry again. So you see there's a third view. That is because I think you need to multiply this by 4, I believe. Yeah, I've totally forgot. It should be multiplied by 4 because you need space for the third view controller. I'm really sorry, guys. Messed it up right now. So it should be multiplied 4, and that's all that it is. I'll run it again and let's see if it works. And yeah, let's waiting. Come on, the red's green. You need to appear right now. Come on. I don't know why this is taking too long. Yeah, here it is. So see, this is all that bouncy and all this stuff. So it's really cool. So this is the blue, this is the red, the blue, and the orange. So that is how you make a Snapchat kind of scroll view. So if you have any doubt regarding this code or any other part of the tutorial, please feel free to comment, and I'll hit you back with an answer as soon as possible. So thank you, guys. If you do like my tutorial, please hit the subscribe button and do comment again if you have any problem or if you want to thank me. And please, if I think your donation would help me to create more tutorials. So every penny counts. So please support me on Patreon, or you can donate me to my PayPal account, and the links in the description. And again, if you do like this tutorial, please hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I forgot to tell you about this. I'm creating a new tutorial, and that is going to be about a quiz game, and it has totally a complete asset file free, which is free for you guys to download, and it really is a complete cool awesome asset file that I created using Sketch 3. That's what I personally use. I reveal a secret. Not much of a secret though. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a tutorial on that soon, so just be sure to check my channel up. And again, hope you like my tutorial.